Hello guys, this is Vysh. Midnight surprise for you on the first Monday of New Year. So the daily editorial analysis, which we had been discontinued in the past, we are going to restart it again. So January 6th Monday, we'll see quickly what are the articles which we'll discuss, and this will help in your UPSC prelims and as well as all the other exams and various stages of that. Okay, so make sure that you leave a comment like whether you want this daily. Based on that only we'll be continuing it. Okay. So if you see the articles which we'll discuss today out of the editorials, the first one is Digital Personal Data Protection Rules. About that, a very small article has come. We'll discuss that. Then India in the new year ahead, meaning what are the challenges, what are the things and all. A very simple article it is. It's written by an intelligence officer. So we'll quickly see that. Then here we have preventive health care. Here it is politics, Telangana politics, we don't have to see that. And here it is again some charts and graph about the reduction in madrasa enrollment, and the other non-formal educational institutions doesn't have much enrollments this year. So about that a graph is given. Okay. This one is not very important, but quickly I'll show you some points. It is the symbolism. Okay, like this painting which we have, everybody knows this painting. That is when Bangladesh liberation war was going on. India had helped them, and then we had made them surrender. Okay, so this painting was there hanged in the Indian Army's office, Indian Army's chief office, but now it has been shifted to the conference center, which is named after the field marshal. So that has raised some questions and all, like because this used to motivate the army men and people and all. So now when you're shifting it to a different location, and then instead of that they have published some army vision point of future or something, some bullet points are there. So will this misalignment or misplacement reduce the motivation which the army men get, or how much important is symbols going to play? Okay, what is the critical role of symbols in all these kind of things? So they are showing different examples. You would have seen this news also, that the Chhatrapati Shivaji's one statue was recently installed in the Pangong Lake, which Pangong Lake, which is like 1/3 with India and 2/3 is with China. It is in the Ladakh region. So here instead of Shivaji, you could have put maybe Zorawar Singh, who was a Dogra general who did multiple campaigns in the Tibet and surrounding area. So it would have been a better symbol. That is what the author is suggesting. Okay, because Shivaji, it's not like you should not install, but based on different locations, there will be different personalities which you have to highlight. So because the locals will connect more with their own personal leaders. Okay, not like every time a single national leader if put across India, maybe that is not going to work. So that is what the author is suggesting. Based on the location, you have to keep these. Okay. So several historical things so in this article they have given, like Israel people and all, whenever their military people do some recruit or their march and all happens, it is at the Fort Masada. Okay, since the time of 73 AD, you can tell Jewish fighters and all, this is a very important symbol for them. Okay, NASA has a symbol of their shuttle when they did a proper launch or something. So everybody will have some symbol. Even the politicians, they'll have this placards and all which they use for their election campaign. Some captions or taglines will be there. Jawaharlal Nehru used to have this Robert Frost lines on his desk. So each symbol or each thing represents something which gives them motivation. Okay, so like this at different local areas, like in Siachen Glacier Base Camp and all, we have this shrine of OP Baba. Okay, who is like a legendary figure who have single-handedly fought many things and all. So like that, each place should have their local leaders and local symbols, and not like you just for political needs you keep changing the paintings or the statues here and there. That is what the author is suggesting in this particular article, which is written by as I told, an intelligence this one. Okay, symbolism, this one. So this one, that much only. For exam point of view, I didn't find anything important. And here if you see the HMP virus of China, I have already done a video. You would have hopefully seen it. Today only I did, in which India has reported 2 cases in Karnataka. After that, now if you see again after I made that video, there are many cases. They are telling, like in Gujarat it's there, in Kolkata it's there, in Kerala in Thrissur district 1 case is there. So this and all, you don't have to worry. I have explained everything here. It's a single-stranded RNA virus. It's a known virus. We already know in 2001 in Netherlands itself it had infected children, and it is not like COVID and all. It's not very severe. This also don't have vaccine, but if you self-treat it from home, just like you treat your cold and flu and influenza and all, this will automatically get cured in few days. Okay, only worst cases it will like in case if your immunity is very poor or if you are elderly, such people maybe it will turn into bronchitis or pneumonia and all. Globally only 1% of death has happened among the affected cases, and in 2018, and 3 to 10% only hospital admission has happened. Okay, it's not like COVID pandemic. So that was about the article, which is the second one. So you see, it's very, very simple articles today. We have discussed these two, which you will see in the bottom. Now, going forward, if I take the other articles, okay, let me just take you. But in between that, just I want to remind you that current affair packs, okay, if you need every page-based MCQs of every news articles of every newspaper, okay, it's not like only about editorial, everything. We have this current affair MCQ magazines which we do monthly. So if you are a 2025 student, you can go for this pack 1 and pack 2, any one of them, okay. And if 2026, you can go for this pack 3 or pack 4, okay. This again, only who are watching this video will see these kind of prices, okay. If you are coming directly in WhatsApp in any other sources, it will be a higher price, okay. This is just an incentive, a bonus I want to give to those students who is watching my editorial. Okay, you will get at this price. I have just kept it like very low, up to 29 months it is there. So 2026 aspirants, okay, this will surely help, this one, okay. And 2025 aspirants, this one will help. So you decide, and you can just WhatsApp me. You can take the screenshot so that I understand that you have seen this video and has come, and then I can give you the offers, okay. So that is about the current affair pack. Now we'll just quickly look out the other article, okay, which is about the global standing, which I told the intelligence officer has written that India is experiencing, like very good economic growth, very good political stability, even though the global turbulence is there. Okay, the world is facing a lot of issue, Europe is facing issue, West Asia is facing issue, but India is successfully navigating all these challenges. But again, the author is telling we should be cautious, and a Chinese proverb is using, the wind sweeping through a tower heralds a rising storm in the mountain. Okay, so if you see a light wind here, you don't take it lightly. There is a huge storm which is coming. Okay, something bigger is coming, so you have to not take it lightly. You have to take the global issues seriously. Okay, then about India, China also, the author is telling a lot of disputes are there which are unresolved. We are resuming talks, negotiation is going on, everything is there, but China and India are competing to be like the #1 power in Asia. So the underlying disputes that can be a major issue. Okay, and you should know something called Global Security Initiative. Okay, this for your prelims also they'll ask. It is an initiative, a concept by China, where they're trying to take together all this global south. Global south means the developing nations. You can take Bangladesh, Indonesia, all these countries. They are trying to bring together and trying to become a leader among them. Okay, so this is actually going to affect India's influence in South Asia, Indian Ocean region, Pacific region and all, because the neighbors, Bangladesh, Nepal, Sri Lanka and all, they already have a slight leaning towards China through the funding and projects and all. So if you bring more and more concepts like this global security initiative, it can be a threat to India. Okay, and also China is using these kind of forums, that is Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Okay, because we know our Asia's SARC and all is failing. ASEAN is a little bit East Asian kind of concept. So BIMSTEC is also not happening regularly, but China is regularly doing their SCO summits and all, and trying to make their influence very strong on every country, and they're trying to counter anti-Western sentiments also and diminish India's voice also. So in overall, China is doing very good things to boost their presence in the world. Okay, and also you should see in South Asia and West Asia what and all is happening. In South Asia, Bangladesh, already the complete democracy is gone. It's turning into an Islamic state completely. The power is taken over by this caretaker government. Then Nepal, Sri Lanka, Maldives is also a kind of not very stable relationship with India. Each time we see sometimes controversy is there, sometimes friendly relationship is there. So that is also doubtful. And Bhutan is also going with a balanced tie with China. So if they reduce their dependence on India, it will be very bad for us. So this is about South Asia. Okay, in your exam also you should try to write these kind of bullet points. Okay, in West Asia, the Syria were taken by the Sunni group, okay, which is showing what? It is showing that the Shia group and the Iranian influence is reducing. Okay, the Hezbollah group's power is reducing. So this and all again is indicating a very bad sign in the West Asian region. The beneficiary people, if you see, Israel is benefiting, Turkey is benefiting. Turkey has the influence of Russia, Israel is having their own superpower and support from USA. So like that, everywhere across the globe, what is exactly happening, you should know. Country by country, even the map location, you should know what is the current geopolitical scenario there and how is India getting affected. This is what you have to know for your exam perspective. Okay, we are just trying to see how the article is going through. In the end, the author is also telling about the digital threat in India. Okay, digital threat means cyber security issues, and there is something called denial of service which is happening. Okay, this can be a prelims or mains question where they'll ask what is the denial of service and explain that. Okay, then ransomware attack, already. Okay, viruses coming in and all. So because India, is going into too much digital. Okay, digital India is there, the banking, the health, everything is digital. This DOS attack, denial of service attack, is like a big increase. Okay, it is nothing but the hackers or attackers, they are flooding the website, server or online system and making it impossible for regular user to access it. Okay, meaning in a real situation, you imagine, suppose there is a shop and hundreds of fake users, meaning they don't want to buy anything from the shop, but they all rush into the shop and make a lot of crowd, that the real customers see the crowd inside and then feel like, okay, here it's too much crowd, I will not shop and I'll go back. They cannot even get inside. So this same thing in digital world, that is, they are overloading the website and systems and they are causing it to crash, that the regular websites, especially the government websites, are crashing. Okay, so this is the denial of service attack mode which the cyber threats are going on in this country now. Across the world it's there, but in India it has been increasing. That is why the author is telling we should be cautious of all these things. Okay, so overall that article is not giving any solution, but is just telling that these are all the problems and this is what we have to be careful about. Okay, now we'll see the next one, which is the digital personal data protection rules. Okay, because already we had a Act, if you remember, that is the Digital Personal Data Protection Act 2023. So now to implement it, okay, so to implement it, we are making some draft rules. Okay, it's still in discussion. So this overall, when it began, 2017, Justice Puttaswamy versus Union of India case was there, in which it was told privacy, okay, right to privacy is a fundamental right. Okay, so from there, our government has been trying to make laws for our data protection. Okay, that even our personal data or our government data, everything they are doing different laws so that it gets protected or it stays within the Indian servers and it is like not breached. Okay, so here in this act, we are trying to see how personal data is collected, stored and managed. Okay, already there is a 7-year delay. If you see, from 2017 we are trying, and even now it is not properly implemented. So what are the draft rules which is proposed now? Any data which is being taken from the people, it should have user consent. Okay, meaning the user should be communicated properly, like what will be done with their data. Will it be shared somewhere? Will it be kept private? That and all has to be shared each time online services takes the data of the customers. Okay, then special safeguard should be there if you are handling any of the children's personal data. Okay, because that is very sensitive issue. Then also a board, that is Data Protection Board of India, has to be established to oversee all these things, the compliance, to resolve the disputes, to enforce penalty and all the violations. There should be a board. Then standard should be there in which certain government agencies can be given exemptions. Okay, because government cannot reveal everything to the people of the country. Okay, they have to keep something for the data security and the country's national security and all. So government agency may be given certain exemptions. Okay. Then procedure for handling personal data breaches by the data fiduciaries, that is entities collecting or processing data, are specified. Okay, meaning how do they handle that data? That procedure should be also established. These are the rules given. Okay, but still, whenever something comes, there will be criticism also. So the criticism is, it is not very transparent. Okay, one thing is the board which they are telling. They are not telling about the independence of the board, how it will work, who are the members, what is the procedure. Nothing is told in the rules. Okay, then the secrecy, transparency, which I told, all these are denying this equal participation for the public and all. They are just, maybe government is making something and then imposing on the people. That will not work. Okay, so it has to be fully transparent and then only it should be implemented. Okay, overall, if the delay is there in implementing this, it will erode public confidence and then there will be no point telling like there is a right to privacy. Okay, you have to make it like you have to take the people in confidence, okay, before implementing anything, and that is what the author is suggesting in this particular article. Okay, now this last article, which is preventive healthcare. Okay, so preventive healthcare, again, you would have anyway, everyone knows that we should prevent diseases before it comes, so that is always the good way. So this article, which is telling India's growing health crisis and the need, we'll see like the trends first. Okay, there is this non-communicable diseases, okay, meaning which does not spread from person to person and all, the heart disease, the stroke, diabetes and all. India is becoming kind of the capital of all these things. That many people are getting affected, and our healthcare system is not able to cope up with it. Okay, around 65% death in 2022, 50% in 2010 to 13 survey. So these numbers are very alarming. Okay, 1 in 4 adult is hypertensive, 1 in 8 adult is diabetic. Then the cancer also, that to every type, breast cancer, lung cancer, cervical cancer, everything. If it is not diagnosed on time, then it is like reaching the last stage, and then people cannot treat it with the huge expenses also. Facilities are also less, because you see, like if it's a celebrity and all, they will go outside in other countries with huge cost, they will be getting treated and even recovering. Okay, but you see the middle class people and the poor people, if they get such diseases, they will not be able to recover, especially because of the rising healthcare cost. Okay, in the budget you will see, okay, 2000 next budget also in February it will come, that 87,657 crore was allocated, which is actually an increase from the 2023 thing, which is a good thing, but it is still insufficient for India's need, because India is the number 1 in world population. So we need a lot of fund in education, in health and such kind of sectors, okay, in social services. So here these are numbers and all, you can note down in for exam, you can use it. That's why I've kept it in bullet points here. You can exactly these points if you write for any question which is related to healthcare or the budget allocation or the disease numbers, alarming numbers which I showed you, it will give you extra bonus marks. Okay, so please note down this, and it's all there in your newspapers also, but I'm just making it in a note format by analyzing, so that it helps you. Okay, now importance, early screening should be always done. Okay, regular screening if you do, there is a high chance that you are not going to get affected in the long term. Okay, so for breast cancer, there is this mammograms. For cervical cancer, this pap smears, then CT scan and X-ray for lung cancer, ultrasound and echocardiograms for liver and heart diseases. So all these things in a hospital network, obviously it will be there. Okay, and in metro cities and all these things, you will see like 8,000 rupees to 15,000 it's there, which usually people can afford to do a proper health checkup once in a while. Okay, like every 6 months or every like once in a year, once in 3 months. Based on the different organs or different doubts which you have, you can do this checkup, which will ensure that you are not going to get affected by these in the long term. Okay, so policy, what all recommendations are given by this author now, that first is whenever you do all these things, okay, there should be a deduction in tax and all. Okay, whenever you enroll to any healthcare project or any insurance and all these things, there will be 5,000 tax deduction. All these things, there will be a criticism also that this amount is not increased. Okay, like 2013 you tell, okay, this much deduction you will get, but after that you are never increasing it. Okay, as per the inflation and all these things, ideally you should increase. So that kind of things, like in budget, this should be the increase, this should be the increase. These are all random numbers just proposed. It's not like in effect now. So like that, if you want to take money, okay, if you want to take money, charge huge GST on these kind of things like tobacco, sugar products and all, so that people refrain from using it, because if you are still using it, then you can charge a huge tax, and this can be invested in giving treatment to the poorer people or the senior citizens and all. This is what the author is suggesting, which is a good suggestion actually. So like that, some suggestion, we'll hope in February when the budget comes, something for health sector will be improved by taking suggestions from these kind of articles. Okay, so overall the way forward, they are telling 3-pronged approach, that is early intervention, that is you should expand all your basic primary health centers and all. AI technology you should use, so that at low cost you can do huge number of screenings and all. And then private centers also, for women, for elderly, everyone, you should keep doing these things. Then the tax deduction you should, as I told, you should increase, you should incentivize these health checkups and all, so that people get encouraged to come and do it again and again. So you should overall prioritize the preventive care over the reactive treatment and reduce this economical burden which people are facing. Okay, then only you can improve the overall health and then build a healthier, more economically resilient nation. Okay, so these are the important articles which we have done for today, and I will do it every day, but make sure that you watch, okay? Because last time when we did, we noticed that Hindu editorial is not getting views, but if we do like how to prepare, what is the notebook to do, this kind of masala videos or this clickbait videos is getting huge number of views. So if we have to put efforts for you, okay, then you have to tell in comment section that yes, I am liking it, or I understood something, please continue. Anything, any one line feedback if you do, we'll understand that okay, you are participating, and then we can do this daily. Okay, and in case you are enrolled to our test series pack 4 or pack 5, just let me know if you did not get the hoodies and bags. Okay, it's completely free for all those people who have believed in Vysh IAS and joined our test series programs. Okay, and also there is a free WhatsApp channel for that also. If you have not yet added, I'll give you the link. Just come and WhatsApp me in this particular number. Okay, so this Hindu editorial, okay, for every serious aspirant we are trying to do so that your prelims mains interview goes good, even for other exams of state level, railway, defense, banking and all. This will help you. Okay, and it will be completely free provided that I see your comment in the next 24 hours. Okay, so I'll wind up this video. Thank you and have a nice day.